Today we're in the green pastures of St. Albert, Alberta. With me on camera as always is Rick Von Schmidt. St. Albert is just northwest of Edmonton, and we're exploring historic Mission Hill. Everyone is welcome here at this amazing place, and if you do come, be sure to visit the interpretive guides here at the Father Lacombe Chapel. Built in 1861, this is the oldest standing building in the province of Alberta. We're going to be making our way to the back of the property here to the St. Albert Roman Catholic Cemetery, where we'll be paying our respects to a legendary hockey player. His name? John Cordic. John Cordic was born in Edmonton in 1965. As a boy, John was a talented defenseman. Scouts, though, were mostly interested in his fighting skills. When he was 17, John joined the Portland Winterhawks in the Western Hockey League. In 2 years there, he amassed well over 500 penalty minutes, and he won the Memorial Cup. In 1983, 6'2", 220-pound John was drafted 78th overall by the Montreal Canadiens. He won the Calder Cup with their minor league team, the Sherbrooke Canadiens, and then he won the Stanley Cup with Montreal in 1986. Montreal coach Jean Perron said John beat the blank out of everybody. He was the best fighter in the league. Nobody could take him. The fans in the Forum would chant his name. Big John played for the Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, Washington Capitals, and Quebec Nordique. One of the scariest enforcers who ever lived. You'll find his heavyweight tilts on YouTube. At 4:30 p.m. on August 8, 1992, John arrived at the Motel Maxim just outside of Quebec City. He checked into room 205. A few hours later, he allegedly made some abusive calls to the front desk. At 10 p.m., the motel manager called police. 9 cops entered John's room, with John screaming, "Don't touch me." After a physical altercation, poor John's life was over. The official cause of death was lung failure due to heart malfunction. They said he was overdosing on drugs. Police were not found to be culpable in his death. Without any video evidence, there were whispers of a cover-up. Some say, though, that poor John had a dark destiny. Pierre Paget, general manager of the Quebec Nordique, said, "It's like John had a time bomb inside him. A time bomb set to explode." Despite his achievements and potential, John is tragically part of the long list of celebrities who died at the age of 27. And here he is, resting in peace beside his father, Ivan. They say John was never the same after he lost his dad. On the right of the tombstone, we see John Nicholas Cordic, son, brother, friend. March 22, 1965 to August 8, 1992. The race is not always to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. And on the back of John's tombstone it says, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man in the arena, whose face is marred by sweat and blood and tears, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. The credit belongs to the man who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat." John's parents didn't like seeing their boy being used as a violent person on the ice. Jean Perron said, "I remember seeing John crying into the phone after a game. I asked him what was wrong, and he said, 'My dad just gave me a hard time because I got into a fight tonight.' John said that he didn't like to fight, yet he was afraid not to. I know why I'm here, he would say. Thank you very much for watching today and remembering John Cordic. Please tap that good subscribe button one time. Special thanks to the friendly folks at Mission Hill. I'm Jean-Claude Van Couver, and until next time, be good to the other.